Thank you for clicking. In this video, I would like to discuss on a big boom of getting tattoos in Japan, especially what kind of tattoos active Yakuza members are getting today, based upon Bunshin Online on August 25th, 2021. My name is Dr. Samurai. I am hoping this would deepen your understanding of underlying mechanics of social problems for you to attain true happiness on this planet Earth. As usual, I would like to provide you some basic information in the first half, and then I'd like to move on to our main discussions. Are you ready? Okay, let's start. So, getting tattoo, it's called irezumi, used to be only for Yakuza gangster members. No amateurs, never touched it. It originated in I think Edo era, that those who were incarcerated, they get those double lines to identify they are ex-cons. But later on, that the double line became more elaborate and have become today's Japanese elaborate tattoos that I think most of you are familiar with. Anyway, real Yakuza members, they get tattoos as a sign of farewell to the general public. It's very similar to the idea of 1%er of motorcycle club. 99% of public, they don't have any business with. So tattoo is 1%er sign, and they usually start to get the left shoulder, then right shoulder, then in the end they get the back and going down to thighs and so on. This most of you do not know, especially those in Western cultures. But left, right, back, and down, that's the right way. So you sometimes see where the tattoos only on left shoulders, and there are many who has both shoulders covered with tattoos, but their back is clean with no tattoo. It all depends on the order that I told you. Okay? And they do get arrested like street gangsters. So it often happens that they get arrested right in the middle of the process of getting whole body tattoos and stuff, you know. By the way, usually, you know, like this, right? And to the sleeve. That's the original ones. But there are types that line goes, you know, parallel down on both sides of the belly button, split in the center. And the biggest type is like this, from here to the ankle, full body tattoo. So there are those three. And they didn't get the small ones, you know, because it's the sign of separation from the society. Anyway, it is said by getting tattoo, they make their resolution solid, that they can go back to the general society anymore. And it is said, according to this article, that today there are many who get their boss's name. It usually goes like this here with the logos of the organization, and they put their boss's name. You know, there's a big organization, but the direct boss are many, you know, and an intermediate level. So they get logos of their organization, but inside logos they get their direct boss's name. Superficially, they say they are showing a loyalty to the boss, and also it's convenient when you enter prison. You don't have to say anything because it shows your, belongings. But I know the main reason is, which is not written in this article, to show commitment to the boss himself, so that they can, be promoted, for boss to think, oh, this guy got my name on his body and I can trust him, like that, They don't get the full name and the logo frame, but usually the first Chinese character of the boss's first name. It's like we originally uses bamboo jobs, put the needles together, maybe several or 10 of them, and like your old feather pen, dip it in ink and jab it. And nowadays, I know in America you use this tattoo pen, right? That's much faster. And I know tattoo by pen is way more painful. It is like keep cutting your body by box cutter or something. Does it ring a bell to you who have tattoo? And bamboo job thing, it's one job, so although it's painful compared with the tattoo guns, it's less painful. But nowadays, I think most popular ones or outlines are done by tattoo guns. And when you put the color and framework, you use the, bamboo jobs. Indeed, getting outline done is most painful, and you better put enough number of days till you get the inside done, because outline is still swollen on the very next day, and after that you get the color on those 2 days. The pain is excruciating, so you should never do that, especially you get a big piece, back piece and whole shoulders and stuff. I've heard there's this active Yakuza members who was murdered at the beach. Opponent group said they didn't want to kill the guy, so just apologize and I'm gonna let you live. And he goes like, no, I will never apologize. I will remember each of your face. I'm gonna kill you for sure. So they could not help killing the guy, but the guy is known to have gotten full body tattoo on one day, including outlines and inside colors. Took like 15 hours or more than that. And he went home on a ferry boat. He was waving his hand and suddenly he disappeared. Later on, his friend found that the guy fell down on the floor, unconscious, because after, the pain and the strain he had been under for all those less than 20 hours, tattoo works. Anyway, in terms of the design, they get dragon and the CARP. CARP is supposed to be the child version of dragon. CARP comes adult to be dragons in Western culture. And also something like a Japanese Virgin Mary, and Buddhism. Both dragons and CARPs are heading upward, implying they could go up high in the organization in terms of promotion. Also, this CARP tattoo, this is the fish, right, in the pond. Isn't it weird in Western culture to get fish as a tattoo design? But there was this very famous movie called Jingi Naki Tatakai. It's like a war without justice. The movie was kind of serious, 4 or 5 or more than that. The movie was so popular. About 50 years ago, the actor was very good. All the actors were professionals, so professional means professional actors, so they are very good. And the main character's got this big carp on his back, and that's the reason why carp became, so popular. Usually, though, an hour or 3 hours are at most. And it costs like $200 for an hour, but that's the lowest one. Nowadays, popular tattoo artists get at least $300 an hour, and even higher than that. But I know there's this very famous tattoo artist in Hollywood. Those famous actors get tattoos from this one person. It's like a status symbol. I think he's good, but his technique is more like a photo of somebody or something. Very elaborate into detail. But our best tattoo artists are different. It's like more like a fat outlines, and it is extravagant from far away. Those elaborate tattoos, you gotta get so close to tell. We do not have that much popularity for that. Although there's a rumor that you don't get sweat on the skin tattooed, but that's a lie. And also, the function of the skin deteriorates and bad to your inside body. I don't think so. One ex-boss that I know of who was in charge of large areas in Japan, he got tattooed twice. You know what I mean? He's got this nakaware, like a center split type, the full body when young. And 40 years after so, the color started to smear and thinner, right? He got a second tattoo on that, exactly the same design to make the color as thick as the first time again. So, I've seen his tattoo at the sauna parlor, and it looked good. And he walked proudly. Like I said, there are many who could not complete both shoulders and back piece. I think the most active members have on both shoulders only, and no back piece because of their serving the prison stuff. But one person that I know who was kind of close to me in the same neighborhood, he got tattoos on his both shoulders, but nothing on his back. But he said, "Doctor, tattoo is not the size. The size does not reflect that person's guts. As long as the one you have is fully completed, like even one shoulder, outline and inside color completed, that's it." And it is true. There are guys with the full body tattoos, full body zundo, but their intention is more into fashions, So the tough ones are always quiet ones. Don't even look like active gang members. See, this is the true toughness, And I would like to add one more thing. Because of that history and origin, our culture still has strong animosity towards those who wear tattoos. They cannot go to sauna. If it is disclosed, I think they get fired, even if they are not gangster members, So it's a very heavy thing in our culture. But nowadays, still, many youngsters get tattoos. And one thing I cannot believe is they only get tattoos where it shows when you walk wearing the clothing. Only on the, arm, and only on the front side and nothing in the back. Some, this is a kind of funny story, but I am a prison counselor, right? At the prison bath, there's a guy who gets this like a ring-like tattoo. You know why? Because when he wears clothing, it covers up until here, and the tattoo shows. So people automatically think, oh, this guy's got the full body tattoo. But once he, take off his clothing, he's got only this part to, intimidate others. That, I can never wear that. The representation of real fake. I just couldn't believe it, but I've seen several of them. And American gangsters have kind of a similar way. They get tattoos in the neck and the arms and the front, but not the back. But like I said, if the origin of a tattoo is in Japan, the right way is, yes, left shoulder, right shoulder, back piece, and all the way down. That's the right way. But still, it has a heavy meaning in our culture. So, you people who are planning to visit Japan, you got to be ready to cover up your shoulder tattoos and stuff, and otherwise you cannot go to sauna, which is another great part of Japanese culture. We have so many great sauna, parlor. So that is that. I think I gave you multiple values this time. So please keep it in your mind. And if you like this kind of discussions, please click that red summary logos and check out my playlist. Okay? Up until next time. Wherever you are, my friend, on this same small planet Earth, on this miraculously same time period. Bye-bye now.